and come in on Bigmac's base, because really at this point in time, Bigmac, I don't think, could defend off. He would be able to take out a number of, and here we go. So Stardust looking to make the move on him. However, the question is whether he knew about the Siren's bug fleet here, and because Stardust has such a superior fleet numbers, you can see that even a little bit of micro there going on by Stardust, able to move that guy out. However, the oddly enough, Stardust not able to get anything more than just one kill off of that. Nonetheless, that is going to push Siren back into a little bit more of a defensive position. So you can see that down here that Bigmac is producing a number of scout cubes really early on, so is getting up a fleet of about 4 of those. That is going to be a decent number. However, at the same time, Tempest is going to move in with his 5 cube edge and is going to try to take on the Borg. The numbers don't look overly good in his favor. 2 scout cubes, he will actually be able to win the battle, but at what cost is really the question. And these scout cubes can take advantage of this nebula over here. They'll be able to basically hide out and regen while they are under. Wow. Okay, and then you can see that the these Quebecs have actually Tempest has researched their special, which is the torpedo, and that you can see that one scout cube took a huge amount of damage. All of a sudden, that was because of those torpedoes. And you can see this one Klingon ship trying to get away, and is actually the only casualty that the Klingons are having at the moment. Is this one ship. Not a good exchange for Bigmac here. He's going to end up losing the scout cube. He's going to take out one of these Quebec classes. In the end, not a good return for the Borg. The Borg need to run into this nebula. Oddly enough, this scout cube is going to get away because it is a short-range vessel and has it is quicker. However, the Romulans decloaking and attacking as well with a Spectre refit. The Borg somehow able to Bigmac able to salvage one of his vessels, and he brings up another a pair of scout cubes to try to somehow stave off this Romulan Klingon fleet. And you can see that Bigmac making use of this nebula, not going to be able to see outside of it, but going to be able to hide out and otherwise at least save his scout cubes. Nonetheless, the top team is making a raid in on Bigmac's expansion with the help of these Romulans ships. These 2 scout cubes do not need to engage. If they engage, they're going to end up losing, and that is going to be the end of them. So these Borg ships are going to try to make a run to the nebula. They really have a big advantage in the nebula. At the same time, we're going to pop over here to see what Stardust and Boggz are doing. There's a little bit of engagement here. Boggz moving in on Stardust. However, Stardust having a huge fleet of Boggz. Stardust really very easily able to take on this very small fleet comparatively. And so he's going to be able to, Stardust is going to be able to handle his expansion. At the same time, the top team moving along with this army of Quebecs and Spectre refits, going to move in on Bigmac's expansion. Going to be able to take it out. So back over here with Boggz and Stardust duking it out. Boggz somehow getting another fleet in here where I was totally not expecting it. Maybe there's a warp in. The losing ships a little bit left and right. However, Stardust is taking losses and having to repair. Boggz getting one of these, getting his ships, trying to get it out there, trying to get it repaired. You can see that down here he's got another one of those that is trying to repair. And it is going to, but he's going to end up potentially losing this one. Now these Excelsiors not taking, able to take as much damage as, say, these Ambassadors, and so these Boggz are focusing fire. However, they are able to take a bit of a pounding, and so this Bug fleet slowly whittling down based on repair. You can see over here that back on the left side, Bigmac is hanging out in the nebula, regenerating. His teammate Siren looks like she is going to end up moving into the wormhole, going to go over here into Stardust expansion. So this is actually a good move by the bottom team, trying to draw away some of the fire off of Bigmac. Wow, so a bit of an exchange here. So Boggz here able to get away from that nasty fleet of Boggz up here. And here we have another fleet of Boggz coming. Siren coming in on this expansion. AP just going to be able to come in here, going to be able to take on this number of fleet, this very small fleet, slightly piecemeal, all of them kind of repairing. And this is actually going to, if this S2 can pull off its, oh, there it goes, the 35% increase of rate of fire. And so if they can, and they'll be at the same speed. Oh, and then here comes Stardust with his repaired Boggz. And this is going to end up hurting Siren, because she's not going to be able to deal with these numbers. However, unfortunately, the S2 is not going to have its special up, and so these Boggz are making a run for the wormhole. At the same time, Boggz is coming up on Stardust's south, going to try to take on what the remains of that fleet. So back across the board, actually, we're going to see what Boggz, so Boggz and Siren doing a good job of back and forthing Stardust, making at least some headway into their ranks, pushing off on that expansion, taking it down. This is going to be end up a victory in the favor of the bottom team here. So Boggz moving his ships away, quite correctly, moving away from Stardust's nice fleet of, looks like about 12 Boggz, and some of them are getting ranked up, so they are getting stronger as they go. We can see that Drrrr moving his Romulan fleet around the map, trying to support his teammate Stardust. And actually, the if the Romulans can come in, they are slowly moving the map and get in behind, or maybe attack Boggz' expansion here. It's potential that they may be able to pincer move on Boggz as Stardust comes down with his fleet of Boggz. At the same time, you can see over here that Bigmac has greatly expanded his fleet of scout cubes, looking to take on the Klingons, not really wanting to. He's going to end up taking a bit of losses if he doesn't watch out. So, activity going on all over the map, and you can see at the same time that Tempest is expanding into his third dilithium. That is going to give a lot of pressure on Bigmac, who is kind of over by himself. He is trying to do a good job of, and he's doing a decent job of hanging on to his map position, but the Romulans, the Klingons are able to hang on to this here. So a bit of a stalemate here, looking across the lines. And so here we come. We're watching as the Romulans roll in on Boggz fleets. Boggz reinforcing that with a warp in at the same time. This is going to give the Federation, Boggz, a decided numbers advantage over this Romulan fleet. So if the Romulan decloak, they're going to end up taking unacceptable losses. We can see down here that Dominion Siren making a little bit of expansion here. The top team gathering their forces. Oh, this is going to turn out really poorly for Boggz. He is unaware of the Romulans that are sitting behind his base. Oh, and over here on the left-hand side, wow, a bit of multiple battles going on here. Boggz going to try to engage the Boggz here. The Boggz are going to end up engaging, tying up Boggs' forces while the Romulans decloak from behind. Boggz is going to get pincered, and that is nasty for Boggz. So he's going to end up taking nasty losses. You can see over here on the left-hand side,